Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm gonna open up this package and I'm gonna talk all about me knowing nothing about hiking. So I have a confession to make. I am half Norwegian. I do have the Norwegian citizenship. I have a Norwegian passport and I speak Norwegian. And now I'm back in Norway. I live in Norway again. I've been gone for a little bit, but this is another story. But sometimes I still don't feel completely Norwegian. I really would like to feel more Norwegian and I want to learn more about Norway, the Norwegian culture, and especially about hiking and Norwegian nature and being outdoors. This is my first step towards that. I'm a complete beginner at hiking. I almost don't know anything, so please don't judge. I'm learning, and if I'm saying anything wrong or you have any ideas or suggestions, please comment below. I'm really eager to learn. Okay, I'm not a complete beginner. I've always loved nature since I was a kid, and even though I didn't grow up in Norway, I've always been close to nature and we would often go on walks in the forest. I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but lately I've been rediscovering how nature makes me feel at peace. I've been running a lot here in the woods in Norway and I've been going on smaller hikes. Now I want to learn more and gradually take on bigger and longer hikes, even mountain hikes or maybe trail running. I think it's really important to spend time in nature because it's good for our mental and physical health and overall well-being. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit more about DNT, which means the Norske Turistforening, or in English, the Norwegian Trekking Association, which is Norway's biggest hiking and outside activity organization. I am now a member of DNT. DNT has events or group activities where you can join them, and also courses where you can learn about how to go hiking. You can also rent cabins. I don't know why I have waited so long to become a member, but now I am. By the way, this is not sponsored in any way, not by DNT or Fjellsport, where I ordered my hiking gear, but maybe one day it might be. I signed up for a course with DNT. We're basically gonna go into the woods. We're gonna go for a hike, not a mountain hike, but just in the woods, and we're gonna have a sleepover outside, outdoors. And I've never done this before. We will get a list of things that we're gonna need, but 1 week before we leave, which I think it's kind of weird because I want some time to order and get all my gear together because I have no idea what I'm gonna need. So I started by ordering some things. I don't think I have everything yet, and I'm gonna show them to you. This is also my first time doing a haul. I'm a beginner at a lot of things, so bear with me. Okay, this is not working. Found my knife. Oh, such a good angle. A little sneak peek for you. What am I gonna start with? This. I mean, it comes with a head. Maybe you already understand what this is. It's a little bit more purple than I thought. I thought it would be more red, but the color doesn't matter when you go hiking. You're not supposed to look good. You're supposed to be smart and wear functional clothes. Merino tube. So merino wool, which I heard is good to wear, because what I learned so far is that you shouldn't wear any cotton because cotton can hold onto moisture, and let's say you sweat while you go for a hike, then you will be cold because it's gonna get wet and it doesn't dry as fast as, for example, merino wool, or I think nylon and polyester would be good as well. I think you wear this like this. Like this. So it's just like a little scarf. Hiking apparently is not about looking good, but staying warm. Next up, oh, it is a knife. So this is a multifunctional knife that I thought would be practical to bring on hikes. It has many different types of tools. You've probably seen something like this before. Next up, some socks. This is like 56% wool. Looks pretty thick. I'm not sure exactly because I'm going in 3 weeks, which is the end of September. Can be cold, that's why I have to prepare for a cold night. I have some more socks. They have 76% wool and they're a little bit thinner. So I have one pair of thicker socks and one pair of than your socks, but I'm definitely gonna get some more because you should always bring a backup in case you have to change your clothes. Next up, this is a hammock. And this is what I'm gonna sleep in the woods. From what I read about the course is that you can choose between sleeping in a hammock or just on the floor or the ground. Not the floor, but the ground, or in a tent. And I thought it would be cool to sleep in a hammock. I could also lend a tent from D&T, which is pretty cool. You can also rent other stuff like a backpack and stuff like this. So I don't have to buy these things, but as I want to own these things, I bought it myself. So I ordered all of these things at fjellsfort.no. Again, not sponsored, just something that I pay myself. So it's a red hammock and it's a double hammock. I asked Google about the size, which size I should get. I read that I should rather have a bigger one because I also have to put like a sleeping mat or something to keep me warm at night, and it's better to have a little bit more space. I'm gonna have a sleeping bag as well, of course. Again, I'm a beginner. Comment below if this is all wrong. I can't really put it up here in my small apartment. So it's like two red colors. I love it. This was the color that I thought this was gonna be, but this one is more purple. So you need these, as far as I know, one for each side of the hammock, and then you attach this one to this and you kind of twist it around the tree. Then you do it on both sides and then you have a hammock. So it is pretty easy, I think. There should be another thing for my hammock because I am scared of spiders. So I don't even know if I'm gonna survive this night outside in the woods in Norway with this big Norwegian spiders. But I do have to learn and I have to get over this fear. It's really stupid. Norwegian spiders aren't even dangerous, so... But I did get this mosquito net. I don't know if it's gonna help against spiders. They're probably gonna crawl inside anyways, and then it's gonna be even worse because they're inside of my little hammock tent. So yeah, it's just I'm not gonna unpack it, but it's just a mosquito net that you can put over the hammock. Oh my god, it's gonna be a fun video to make. As I mentioned, I need a sleeping bag. First time I own a sleeping bag in my life. You have to check the material. There's different types of sleeping bags for each season. This one is for, I think it was for spring and fall. So I'm hoping that this will be enough for a night in the end of September. Maybe I will get another one if it's not warm enough. 3 things left, or actually only 2 things. This is also a thing I've been looking forward to. It's a big thing. It's a backpack. This is my new Osprey backpack. I think it's 58 liters. Oh, there's something inside here. Is this like a rain cover or something like that, I guess? I think this is to cover the backpack when it's raining. There's a rain cover. Really love the color. Again, the colors are not that important, but as you can see, I like this burgundy color. Really have to put it on and try it on because with these backpacks as well, there are different sizes. Also, the weight of the backpack is important because if you go for a long hike, you don't want it to be too heavy, especially if you need everything like the sleeping bag and mats or food. It's gonna be heavy. This one weighs 2.08 kilograms. I don't think I'm gonna try to explain what the backpack can do because I still have to explore it and learn about it. Wait to put this to use. I have 2 things left in this package. Some wool sweaters. The same one in 2 different colors. Okay, so this is a pretty thick sweater. I would not wear this one while hiking or walking, but it's more for when we sit down to rest. I really love the red one. Here's the green one to compare. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep both of them, but I think I do prefer the red one. Both of them make me feel much more Norwegian. These are all the things I ordered this time, but I already own a few items. Here's my personal hiking checklist. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot, but keep in mind that I'm a beginner and I created this list based on my own research since I haven't received the list from D&T yet. I'll compare the lists in the next video. There's still a few things missing, but in the next and last part of the video, I'll show you some of the items I already have. I'm gonna show you the hiking. Those are not boots, but those are shoes that I bought a week ago. I already used them once, so they're not clean right now. So those, as you can see, they're really muddy. Those are Gore-Tex shoes. Obviously, those are not shoes that I would wear on a mountain hike because you want some boots that are a little bit higher so you have some more ankle support while walking. Some other things that I would bring that I already have that I didn't have to order is maybe this one. It's actually an inflatable thermal air mat, so maybe it will be warm enough. I'm not sure if I would bring this one because this one is not self-inflatable. Then I would have to bring a pump. Everything I bring or have to add into my backpack will make it more heavy. I'm gonna try to find a mat that is self-inflatable. I also have this, a pillow. It's a pillow like this. These two things are sitting mats. Can you say that? Sitting mat. So it's more like for if you sit down somewhere, it's like a foldable mat. And this one as well. It's made out of wool, of course. Talking a lot about wool. You really need some wool when you go hiking. I use this one and then I put this one on top. So your butt doesn't get cold. Another thing I do have is this jacket right here. A wind jacket. And I think I will wear that on this hike. So I also learned that there's something called the 3-layer system. So you should wear at least 3 layers. So the base layer is for moisture management, a layer that keeps you dry. Something made out of merino wool or nylon or polyester or maybe like a mix. And it should be something lightweight. So not a sweater that I was showing you before because it's very thick. I would not wear that while I would be walking. And the mid layer should be for insulation, so basically to keep you warm. And then you need an outer layer to protect from wind and rain. The purpose of that is that you have several layers and in case it gets too warm, you can take the layers off and put them in the backpack. Or the other way around, if you get too cold again, you can put some layers on. So it's not a good idea to just wear one big sweater. Let me show you the different layers. These are clothes I already owned. And this is the base layer, something we would call ullundertøy in Norwegian, which translates to wool underwear. It's light and thin, but it keeps me dry because it's made out of 100% merino wool. I would bring more than one pair on a hike in case I need to change. The mid layer could be a fleece sweater, and then I would add waterproof and windproof pants along with a shell jacket. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any comments on what I said, please comment below. I'm happy about any suggestions. I'm really excited for this little hike with D&T and stay tuned for part 2 in the end of September. See you in the next video. Bye!